I still remember the first time a lockdown was announced back in 2020. We all thought that this will last a week, a month tops. But here we are sitting in July 2021, working from home. Did we actually imagine our lives to be like this? Definitely not. And over a period of time, what I've realized through this lockdown is that this lockdown has taught us many things. Right from something on the professional level and something on the personal level as well. In this video, I will be looking at all the professional changes that we as marketers can expect in the coming future. These changes are going to be crucial in understanding and developing our very own marketing strategy that is going to connect with the consumer changes and the consumer behavior experienced after COVID-19. So if you're interested, keep on watching. This video will cover the following points. The first one, changes in consumer behavior due to COVID-19. Second, changing marketing mediums post COVID-19. Third, evolving industry trends that we can notice and ways to adapt a marketing strategy in a post-COVID-19 scenario. Now let's dive into each of these parameters. Number 1. Changes in consumer behavior due to COVID-19. Now, while consumer behavior and their sentiments or consumer sentiments are bound to differ across countries because the rate at which this COVID-19 pandemic hit different countries is also going to be different. So, I cannot really generalize this as much as I would want it to. At the same time, I want to keep this video very broad in nature. So, I'm not just referring to India as a country, I'm looking at an overall perspective. And what's helped me gain more insight or more research into this particular video is a McKinsey report which was conducted across 45 countries to analyze consumer behavior changes that are to be expected post COVID-19. Few of these changes will now be covered in this video. The move from luxury to essentials. Now, even though India is considered to be a much more optimistic country when it comes to economic growth in comparison to other European countries, this is not the case that's been observed through this report. What this suggests is that luxurious goods are taking a back seat and we are more and more as consumers focused on the essentials. So we want to ensure that we get the basics in place as against, opting for something pricier, which may or may not be the need of the hour. Alright. And one of the things that is very crucial to note is that our spending power may not be as affected, but our spending intent is definitely affected. And why do I have to mention this in this video is because this is not a good space for a marketer to be in, because when it comes to most of the goods, barring daily essentials, they are something that you want your consumers to spend more money on, right? So if in case the consumer is a little reluctant besides the daily essentials, you are going to have a tough time convincing him or her to buy your product. Introduction of new ways of shopping. Now here I don't want you guys to consider you and me as a shopper. Okay? Think about a typical Indian housewife who goes to her nearest kirana store to buy her daily essentials, or goes to her favorite shopping cart right outside her house where the vegetable vendor is very friendly and gives her all the vegetables of the best quality in her mind. She doesn't mind spending a lot of time, putting in a lot of efforts, going out of her house and buying her goods because she knows that those are going to be of good quality. Switch to the present. She doesn't have many choices anymore. She has to opt for buying things online because her son or daughter is recommending her to do so, to avoid getting out of the house and buying things from the local vendor. She has to move things online and she has to purchase these things online. That's exactly the problem, because one of the bigger areas that has affected a marketer is customer loyalty going off the shelf. All right. So when you're shopping online, there are various different things that you can consider when it comes to consumer behavior, because you have a lot more options to choose from. That same housewife might consider multiple other brands out there, right? She may not be like that customer will not be loyal anymore to your brand. We would rather stay home or close by. Having worked at the hospitality sector for a brief period of time, I know this for a fact. Consumers are becoming more and more reluctant to go on a long vacation. So, people who normally used to go on a vacation once a year today are preferring or contemplating whether they want to go for a vacation even in once every 2 years. Now, let's look at the changing marketing mediums post COVID-19. If I were to talk about this very briefly in a gist, digital medium, which was possibly at number 5 earlier, has now directly moved on to number 1. Alright, so we are living in a digitized world which was soon approaching, but has now literally hopped and come in right in front of us, where consumers are more and more advanced and more open to exploring digital avenues and shopping through the digital mediums. Social media at the forefront. So marketers over a period of time are moving on to digital mediums to advertise, because that fancy billboard outside may be totally irrelevant or may be totally useless in this scenario, because a consumer may not step out that frequently. Even a newspaper ad may seem to be kind of useless, because a lot of consumers these days are opting for an e-paper. And while I know an e-paper will still have the ad, it may not have the same effect as it would in a proper printed newspaper. Digital payments on a rise. I was reading this point, it actually reminded me of the time when Flipkart introduced cash on delivery option. This was one of the driving forces to ensure that that platform is reached a point that it has today. So this was one of the driving forces to introduce the concept of cash on delivery. Switch to today, when most of the consumers prefer doing online payments, and if at all your app or your medium does not provide the customer or a consumer online payment mode, then that's going to be a big drawback for your brand. Mobile friendly marketing. Now, mobile phone usage has always been on the rise, but it has multiplied 5x times in the recent situation. That is because consumers are spending more and more time on their mobile phones. While you're working from home, you need to use your mobile phone constantly to get in touch with your people in the office or something like that. Or you also have some time on your hand, like students, for example. If you're not going to college physically, you're saving up a lot of time traveling. That time may be utilized looking at something on your mobile phone. Now let's look at the evolving industry trends post COVID-19. Number 1, the automobile industry. Automobile industry is bound to get affected. That is because, with a simple logic, if you are not going to get out of the house that often, why would you need a car, right? So keeping these things in mind, there are certain trends which have been noticed across the automobile sector. One of the most important things is that used cars or second-hand cars are getting more importance, because I think it's lesser money spent also coming into the picture. Consumers do not want to spend a lot, and then if the entire service is being provided to you at a lesser cost, might as well opt for that. Number 2, travel and accommodation industry. As mentioned earlier, the tourism and the hospitality sector is badly hit. The situation is so bad that experts suggest it would take at least 2 more years for the situation to go back to what it was earlier. And now you can see a clear change in even the communication, the brand communication of these hotels and the hospitality sector in totality, which is more so focused on safety as against promoting their hotel or their amenities or something like that. It's more so focused on safety. And that's a crucial change that's noteworthy. Number 3, the real estate industry. Real estate is bound to get affected. Now, there are 2 major reasons behind why this industry is affected. First and foremost, the reason being that this particular industry demands the consumers to directly go out. So, say for example, you're buying a house and you want to go ahead and look at the house personally instead of, looking at a virtual tour or something like that. Also, when I don't have a salesperson talking to me about the house, I will not get the same feel. Secondly, of course, the spending habit is affected as mentioned earlier, and hence real estate industry as a whole is getting hit through this pandemic. Now let's look at the ways to adapt a marketing strategy in a post-COVID-19 scenario. Start with show the consumers you care. The most important thing that you can possibly do is show your consumers that you really care. The worst thing that a brand can do in a situation like this is to just introduce itself in a very opportunistic way. Let's take an example of how Lifebuoy introduced their communication very early into the pandemic. What they spoke about in their communication is use the nearest soap available to you, but wash your hands. Okay? It's okay if it's not Lifebuoy, it's okay if it's not my brand, but ensure that you're using some soap, some brand to wash your hands. And that is giving out a very big message that the brand actually cares for the consumers. Next, normalcy would be pleasingly welcomed. Now, this is psychology in its most basic sense. You will always want to be associated with something positive as against looking for something which is fear-inducing. Alright, so we saw this even in the case of the Colgate remarriage ad when the positivity is something that made the communication stand out. If you have not seen that particular ad, I will link it somewhere at the top so you guys can check out the video where I'm analyzing the communication and the brand strategy. So you'll get a better picture of what I'm referring to. And lastly, highlight the need for hope. There is no better way to put this across. Your brands need to focus, or your strategy needs to be focused on inducing hope. All of us are sailing in this pandemic together, and we know that whatever we are looking for, even as brands, to connect with consumers on a one-on-one basis, there's just one common string, and that is of hope. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something out of it. If you did, please make sure you leave some comments in the comment section telling us about how you liked this video and what are the new things that you learned out of it. I would love to hear from you. And of course, before you leave, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends who are interested in marketing. Of course, when you're subscribing, ensure that you hit the bell notification icon as well, because that will help you give notifications each time I upload something on this particular channel. So until next time, bye-bye.